It is the first unboxing of 2015. How you guys doing? We're picking up a game called Dying Light today, which is from... I have windshield wipers on. It was raining yesterday. Which is from the developers who made what I thought was one of the worst games I played last generation, Dead Island. Alright, Dead Island was completely awful. You had this story. It didn't even have a story, to be honest. You're just this guy on this planet. So yeah, it was awful. The graphics sucked. The gameplay was frustrating if you played it single player. The only people who actually liked Dead Island are the people who played it co-op. And if you did not play it co-op, then everyone knows exactly what I'm saying. But anyway, Dying Light is out, and it's a new game from the developers called Techland. And this time it's a different publisher. If you guys remember, Deep Silver actually published Dead Island. And this time the developers are with Warner Brothers Interactive. So I don't know if that's going to make the game any better. I don't know if that's going to make the quality of the product any better, but it's a new publisher this time around. I don't know if they have a bigger budget. They probably do have a bigger budget. If you've seen the graphics, if you've seen the game, it just looks, bigger on scale and stuff. So yeah, they probably do have a much bigger budget for Dying Light. Anyway, I'm taking a chance on this game. The only attention grabber that this game has for me is the fact that it has parkour elements. And they combine that with the gameplay of really Dead Island. Now here's the thing. You guys know, like I just said, I hated Dead Island, right? But I am such a huge fan of Mirror's Edge. And you guys know how much I love that franchise. I can't wait for the prequel that's coming out probably next year, and I'm just really looking forward to it. So naturally, when the parkour element of Mirror's Edge, which is its core gameplay, is taken and put into another game, it makes the game feel fresh and new, because parkour, the gameplay element of first-person parkour, hasn't been explored yet. We haven't really had any games other than Mirror's Edge who have really done it well and done it in a sense, a real sense of fluidity and with great controls and such. No other game has done that yet. So we're still waiting on a game to really take that element and perfect it. Mirror's Edge so far is the only one that has. So Dying Light, what the developers promise us, and it's funny because if you actually see their developer diaries and them talking about it, they're like, well, this game gives you a sense of movement like no other game out there. I'm like, you guys play Mirror's Edge, really? It's like you literally took the gameplay, made it a little bit more arcadey in Dying Light, and maybe you perfected it. That's really the only thing I can say is you perfected it. But the developers are coming out saying like they're the ones who invented the parkour, the first-person parkour element in first-person shooters. I'm like, no, dude, someone beat you 7 years ago. So, to Dying Light's defense, Mirror's Edge was a straight linear game. It was not open world. The new one will, but it's not. The original one was not open world. It was more linear. And because of that, it was always one set straight path. Okay, maybe you could get up on this ledge a few different ways, but it was always one singular path most of the time. So with Dying Light, it's going to be open world this time, and that's really where the parkour element is going to come into play, is this open world. It's such a great gameplay mechanic for an open world game. It really is. So I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I just hope it's not boring and it doesn't suck like Dead Island. From what I've heard so far, people are saying some positive things. I heard people saying, well, the game is a lot of fun. To play, the parkour element is nice, combat is clunky, and that's what everyone's saying, is that Combat feels but the parkour element is nice, which is what I kind of expected because the combat looks like they just copied and pasted it from Dead Island. So anyway, I'm hoping that the game's gonna be like, oh, you know, it's not gonna force you into so much combat situation that it's gonna let you explore the open world in a parkour fashion, you know, in parkour styling. So I really, I'm just really looking forward to seeing what they can do with the parkour in an open world and stuff like that, and just playing it. You know, just it's a new game. It's a new year. Just playing it and enjoying myself and having fun. Yeah, so I'm going to be recording the first impressions after this. Hope you guys will join me for that. And then I'll also do some gameplay on the side, provided that I have enough time. I think I will. So I'm going to try to do some gameplay on the side like I've done for Sherlock Holmes as well as Far Cry 4. So I'll see you guys back in a sec. I'm going to pick it up. Alright, so Dying Light, here it is on PS4. We got over 50 awards and nominations. That's really kind. And in my receipt, I got some pre-order bonuses. We'll just talk about this when we get back at the house. And I'll see you guys there, alright? Have a good one. Alright. Dying Light, here it is. It's going to be quite interesting, so I guess let's get right to it. Now, in addition to the game, for pre-ordering it, I got the Be the Zombie mode in multiplayer, which I probably won't even play, to be honest. I also got an exclusive weapon from GameStop. I don't know what it is, it doesn't tell me, but I'm going to enter my code and I'm going to find out, and I guess we will see it when I do my first impressions. Alright, so let's take a look at the game case and get the plastic off. So Dying Light, here it is on the PlayStation 4. Like I said in the car, I'm skeptical. However, I'm going to go into this with an open mind. I'm not going to try and see, well, it's Dead Island. It's Run to Dead Island, guys. So, I'm not going to try and do that. I'm going to go into it with a fresh, open mind, expecting nothing. And hopefully what I will get is a memorable experience. Alright, so hopefully I will. Let's take a look at the front of the case. So the front of the case here, we have some nice artwork, you know, some picture of a zombie, I guess, all faded out like a horror game, with a couple of, you know, arms reaching out. We also have some people parkouring over that, so jumping over, so this thing's pretty cool. And then we got some more zombies here on the right side. Of course, the name Dying Light refers to the day and night cycle and how zombies will get more visceral during nighttime, and during the day they're just, you know, stupid pieces of shits. So when we take a look at that, we also have the Techland and Warner Brothers. Again, this is being published by Warner Brothers, not Deep Silver, which Dead Island was originally, so I don't know if that's going to have any impact on the quality of the title, but I guess we will see and find out. Let's take a look at the back of the case. So the back of the case here, we have the signature tagline, "Good night, good luck," which I think they stole from what's that film? It was a pretty cool film they did. It was shot in black and white about these newscasters and stuff. I know someone's gonna put it in the comments, but they literally stole that right from that film. The tagline at the end of the film, when the guy would get out from reporting the news and stuff, she would say, "Good night, good luck," and they literally stole that from that. I'm gonna have to try and look that up later, unless some of you guys put it in the comments section, because that was actually a really good film. But here we have some more pictures, some in-game screenshots. Go anywhere, climb anything, creative brutality, and hunter by day, prey by night. So it's pretty cool there. A little bit about the stats of the game. It is single player, but it does support up to 5 players online. We have 25 gigabytes minimum hard drive requirements. Has remote play functionality, and also it does play in native 1080p 30 frames per second on PS4. I believe it's 1080p on Xbox One as well. However, I am not sure regarding that. And yeah, so pretty cool. Let's take a look inside the case. So inside the case here we have our game disc. Pretty cool. I am going to actually install this right now. So I'm going to put this in the console as I'm speaking, so it will finish up installing. In addition to that, we have play as the zombie hunter and be the zombie. Play as the night hunter. I can't read. Jeez. Play as the night hunter and be the zombie. All right. And we have a code on the back to do that. In addition, we have our game pamphlet here, which includes our warning labels and such, and does nothing for us other than that. So that is the Dying Light unboxing. Again, if you guys who are watching this on release day, I will be recording my first impressions right after this. So I'm going to get set up, I'm going to get the mic out, I'm going to record the first impressions. In addition to that, I will also be recording some gameplay. So just like I did for Far Cry 4 and Sherlock Holmes, there's going to be individual parts of gameplay. I want to do more gameplay on this channel. I just haven't had the chance to really focus on that over the past couple of years, and it's unfortunate because I really do want to. This channel is primarily about gameplay, and I don't want to become the vlog guy. So I am going to be recording some gameplay of me just playing through the game later, and I will try to upload that sometime next week, and we'll just go on from there. We'll do a review after I beat this game as well. So have a good one, guys. I will see you online. And keep following me on Twitter for more updates regarding Dying Light. I will try to post day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, however many days it takes me to play the game. Updates regarding how I feel about the game, whether I'm enjoying it, whether I'm not enjoying it, whether the parkour is good, whether the parkour is lacking in some respects, whether the combat is clunky, whether the combat gets better over time, or the story is interesting, and so on and so forth. I will see you guys later. Have a good one, and thanks.